Some records fell, others were approached, and one Grizzly team recorded its first ever win in what was an historic past weekend for Adams State athletics. The weekend got off to a good start when the Adams State men's soccer team recorded its first win in program history, defeating Colorado Christian 3-1 on Friday afternoon. Here with head men's soccer coach Tim Busen. The Grizzlies on Friday, they won their first game in program history, recording a 3-1 victory over Colorado Christian. Senior David Powers and juniors Joseph Jale and Peter Freeman, all players on the inaugural team last season, recorded the 3 goals for Adams State. What was your feeling going into the game? You played Colorado Christian about as close as you can play a team in your first matchup before they won in double overtime. So what was kind of the feeling going into this game, and what was the team's reaction when the game was over?
At halftime, we talked about we'd been in this situation. We were up 1-0 at half against them the first game we played. We're trying to just put 90 minutes together regardless of the situation. We want our best 90 minutes and not just give 88 minutes. We can't have a letdown at any point. And then in the second half, we came out very strong. Joe Jallo hit the post, or David Powers hit the post. It rebounded to Joe Jallo. He hit the crossbar. Again, we're not getting that second goal. Finally, the second goal came. At that point, it was just, a moment of exhilaration. Knowing that we had that second goal, knowing the situation that we were at in that point of the game, we really felt like our chances just soared astronomically. And then we put that third goal away. At that point, it was all but over. But we stayed focused. We told them, there was still 15, 20 minutes left and that we just needed to, not have a letdown, not get comfortable. Once that whistle blew and the game was done, it was just one game, but it felt like it was the World Championship.
Mm-hmm. Looking at just what this does for the program here, what does it mean for these seniors to get that, or the upperclassmen to get this monkey off their back and get a win? And what does it mean for you to be able to have these freshmen see that this program is going in the right direction?
And they're all hungry and committed, dedicated players, as we all are. But to just finally be able to get a payoff or just see that it's possible, I think just it's inevitable that it brings a little bit more out of everyone. And
just hours after the men's soccer team recorded its first win in program history, even more Grizzly history was made right here in the Plackey Hall gym. After senior setter Mary McNeil finished Thursday night's 3-set win over Chadron State, just 38 assists shy of the NCAA Division II era ASC record, she recorded her 3,490th career assist in the fourth and final set of a Grizzly win over UC Colorado Springs on Friday night right here in Plackey Hall.
The ASC Athletic Department and the Grizzly volleyball team would like to take a moment to recognize senior setter Mary McNeil, who became the Grizzlies Division II era career assist leader last night, topping her 3,490th.
Mary, what does it mean to you to set this record?
It's actually one of the goals I've had as I came in. As a freshman, I saw that, and it was something I kind of had in reach, but I wouldn't have been able to get there if it wasn't for the team effort. And it started out my freshman year, and it's just been building, and I'm glad that I did pass it. And
The men and women of the Adams State cross country teams are in action at the University of Arkansas hosted Chile Pepper Festival this past weekend, facing some of the top Division I teams in the country. Kristen McGlynn and Ryan McNiff continued to set the pace for the Grizzlies, as McGlynn recorded a very impressive second place showing and McNiff placed 17th to lead the Grizzlies. The women's team and men's team both placed 4th at the Chile Pepper Festival, as the women's team was only beaten out by Division I's 28th ranked Oklahoma State, Indiana University, and Texas A&M. And the men were only behind a trio of top 10 teams in Division I, including 2nd-ranked Oklahoma State, 6th-ranked University of Arkansas, and the 7th-ranked Indiana Hoosiers. On the men's side, all 11 runners set new ASC cross-country 10K personal bests. Following their homecoming blowout of New Mexico Highlands, the Adams State Grizzly football team was on the road and used late-game heroics to score a 14-10 win over Western New Mexico. Trailing 10-7 with just a few minutes remaining in the contest, Cody Brown recovered a Western New Mexico fumble on the 28-yard line, and Chris Jamison covered 23 of those yards, capping the drive with a 12-yard touchdown run to give the Grizzlies a 14-10 lead. The Mustangs gave themselves a shot at the end, but James Zackel intercepted a pass in the end zone to seal the victory for the Grizzlies, moving them to 3-4 overall this season and 2-3 in RMAC play. The Grizzly men's soccer team tried to ride the momentum from their first win in program history into a match with top-ranked Colorado Mines on Sunday, but were turned away 10-0 by the Ore Diggers, who scored 3 goals within the first 5 minutes. On Sunday, after falling 3-1 to New Mexico Highlands on Wednesday, the women's soccer team was on the road at UC Colorado Springs and recorded a thrilling 4-3 overtime victory. Amber Drum scored 2 goals in the game, including a penalty kick goal with less than a minute remaining in the first extra period to give the Grizzlies the win. It was her 3rd penalty kick attempt of the season and 2nd penalty kick goal, both ASC school records, and it was her 3rd penalty kick goal of her career, another ASC record. The Grizzly men's golf team is currently in action at their 3rd RMAC tournament of the fall, and the men's and women's soccer team will both be in action against ranked foes this weekend, as the women host number 6 Fort Lewis at Murphy Field on Friday, and the men will be in action at number 16 Regis on Friday as well. The Grizzly volleyball team will wrap up its 5-game homestand, hosting Western New Mexico at 7 p.m. Friday and New Mexico Highlands at 5 p.m. on Saturday. Saturday morning, the Grizzly cross-country teams will be in their last action before the RMAC Championships on November 6th as they travel to Las Vegas, New Mexico to run in the New Mexico Highlands cross-country jam. And on Saturday night, history will be made again as the Adams State football team hosts their first ever home game under these lights here at Rec Stadium, taking on Fort Lewis in the 45th annual musket game. It's sure to be a cold one, so make sure to bundle up, but don't miss your chance to come out and cheer on the Grizzlies and be a part of Adams State history.